You are worthless until the day that you die. Now, some people might say this is a bleak and cynical way to look at life, but really, this is just a challenge to the human mind and the societal mind, the mass mind, and consciousness of humans. I've been noticing something over the past few weeks that a lot of you have noticed, but just won't consciously speak up about or even consciously know. It's just sitting in your brain and you won't really pay attention to it. Now, what do I mean by this quote? Is someone's life worthless? No. Everything is based off perception and circumstances. So, to the eyes of everybody, you truly are worth nothing. You will never be able to be appreciated to your full potential until you leave this earth forever, because nothing in this world holds significant value until it's gone. Now, in the way that I'm talking about this topic, the same can be applied for girls in relationships. This is why you always hear the term nice guys finish last. You always hear this quote thrown around in relationship lingo, and in, even if you're involved in intimacy, nice guys always finish last because they never really are challenged. And once they are challenged, at the slightest provocation, they want to give up. Now, that pertains to relationships and how human psychology works and what it means to work for something, to value something, to cherish something. But this is more about the in depth feel to it. Now, a lot of people can make the excuse that, oh, well, if you appreciate something for what it is, once it's gone, you won't feel guilty. We all had a loved one that is gone, and it takes a while for you to really process and really register what just happened when you lose someone you loved permanently through death. Everyone has to go through this. We ourselves have to go through this. We all know this. We all know that our mothers and fathers, and even, God forbid, our friends and some of our loved ones, some of our partners and girlfriends, and even us are going to die at some point. No matter how much we try to prevent it, no matter how hard we try, no matter how attached we are. And it's like, there's never a moment where we can be prepared for this, no matter what. Even if you try to appreciate your mother, hypothetically speaking, just say it's your mother. Obviously, I'm not limiting it there. You can appreciate your father, you can appreciate your siblings, you can appreciate your pets, dogs, cats, just about anything that's worth value in your life. Not anything, but just about anyone that holds significant value, any human being that you truly care about. Even if you really appreciate that person, you will never be able to fully appreciate their value and show them what they're really worth until they're gone, because it won't impact you. You won't feel that emptiness. You won't know what space they actually took up in your life. The reason why it hurts us to lose someone in our lives is because we lose a part of ourselves. That person was part of our daily life. They were someone that you saw just living. They were someone that was a part of your own human consciousness. Everything that you see is mainly a reflection of your own consciousness, the universe itself. So imagine losing someone. You're losing a part of yourself because you're never going to see that person anymore. To be honest with you, I had no problem with dying ever since I was 13, 14 years old. And even now, I don't even fear death. I feel like death is a privilege. It's something that is liberating from the suffering of the world. Now, does it mean I'm suicidal? No, not at all. I take advantage of everything I can do in life to spread my messages. I know what my purpose is. I don't want to die, but it's not something that I am afraid of. What am I afraid of? Losing people that are close to me. Because I could say all this bull crap talking about, oh, they're gone, they're free from the problems and the sins of the world, they're liberated from suffering and all that jazz. And really, it's their privilege. It's honestly a good thing for someone to finally be resting in peace. An example, Nelson Mandela, someone who suffered all his life fighting for his people, finally resting in peace. But you know what? His family is still going to mourn his death, because that selfish desire to have that someone in our life forever will always be around. It's a pretty selfish thought to want someone to live forever in your life. and want to die before them and to always have them around. It's a pretty selfish thought, but it's just something that we have to accept. We have to accept that we cannot truly appreciate people the way they need to be appreciated, or the way they truly deserve, the way they truly hold value in our lives. All we can do in this life is put forth our best efforts and just try. You can try and try and try, and you'll always be worthless until the day that you die. Another case in point, Michael Jackson. You know, a lot of people fed into media stories saying that Michael Jackson allegedly molested all these children, and Michael Jackson was such a bad person while he was alive, and he was really mocked and ridiculed, and people made mockery of him all the time. And the exact moment he died, all of a sudden you see all these ghost fans appear out of nowhere. And it's funny how he became even more of a billionaire than he was when he was alive. Like, if we're being honest here, death sells. Really. I mean, just look on the news. How many of you cared about George Floyd before he passed away? Now, a lot of you can make the excuse, oh, I didn't even know George Floyd like that. Now, apply this to your friends, family. You know, we can't respect them 24/7, obviously. There's times where we have our own arguments and such of that sort. We can have this philosophy stating, treat people as if it was the last second they were going to breathe, and live life to the fullest. Live life like it's your last second, but it's like we cannot get into that moment. There will always be bad moments. And it would be a pretty fucked up coincidence if you got into an argument with your friend and then 5 seconds later he gets hit by a semi-truck. Death comes so unexpectedly, and it hurts like a bitch. Not to the person dying, to the people around the person dying. You know, this is a pretty cynical and bleak video, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's something that we should be aware of. I believe that there is 3 key things to being successful in life and to understand life. There's awareness, there's honesty, and there's adaptation. You have to be aware of the things around you, like this. You have to be honest with yourself. Have I valued that person before they died the way that they should have been valued? Could I really? Probably not. I didn't really know what effect this person had on my life until they were up in the clouds, until they were gone forever. Then you have to adapt around this. How can you better yourself from this experience? And all this is just a repeating cycle. Thinking about death in general and the people around you, you just don't want to think about it. It's something that is depressing. It's something that no one really wants to talk about. It's something that we should really think about, because we don't think about death enough. Obviously, we should be busy enjoying life, but you have to balance out yin and yang. How can you appreciate life if you don't appreciate death in some way, or acknowledge it at least? If there is no chaos, what will order have to organize? If there is no order, what will chaos bring in the ruin? You always have to have that balance in your life. People don't really think about this. You can't be full of negativity and you can't be full of positivity. You have to be balanced. And really, when you think about death, this allows you to appreciate life more, to appreciate the people around you more. Even if it's not to their entire value, you still appreciate them more, and you'll feel more happy to have those people around you. I guarantee you, after this video, you're going to see your friends outside, and you might even do the same thing, or you might even appreciate them more. You might even have a good time, because when you think about negative shit, once you see positive shit, it's like a fucking holy grail or silver lining to you. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is one of my serious videos. I haven't done a philosophical thing ever since I started this channel, which is a pretty damn long time. So, yeah, this had no energy. This had no music, background music. This wasn't funny. But I hope I allowed you to have an appreciation for life and have a new perspective on something. When we meet again, this is your main man, Orion. And as always, stay tuned for more. Happy holidays, everybody.